1997 Toyota Tacoma pickup truck fuel filter. This one is tucked underneath the intake manifold, one of the worst fuel filters to get to, I believe. I think one of the keys to this, of course, besides having some good tools, I'm going to take it apart right here, and then we're going to take it apart back here. Then we're going to try and take it out as an assembly with the hoses connected to the fuel filter. So, I'm going to start right there. So right now what I'm using is a 14mm wrench and an 18mm wrench to take this line off. I do recommend a line wrench to start to break it off, not just a regular flat wrench. Just use these once you've broken it loose. I'm going to go ahead and keep working that off now. Alright, now I got a 17mm socket on here and on an extension. I'm going to break loose that nut. It's called a banjo fitting, I do believe. Back here it's got a nut, has a hole in it, and it's got two washers. You want to make sure you don't lose the washers. And we're just going to loosen this up and get the bolt and the washers out of there. So we have the bolt out, and we're going to try and lift this line off carefully and get to the other washer right there. I get it with my finger. There's the other washer. So we've got our bolt. You can see it's got a hole in it for fluid, gasoline. So now we're going to try hard to fit that down the hole to the fuel filter. So now we're going to go underneath. I found it best to work through the wheel well for this. Take the hubcap off. And we got 21mm nuts, lug nuts. And we can kind of sort of see our goal in there, the fuel filter. And that's where we'll be heading. So we got the tire off, and now we're going to go in here and remove this thing. It just seems to make things a little easier. Even with the right tool, though, I'm finding some of these plastic pieces are breaking. That's just kind of the way it is in the biz, even with the right tool. So take your time with the right tool or some side cutters or something, and let's get this, at least get one side out, and we can, roll it over to the other side, get it out of the way so we can get to our fuel filter. So we got our line free here, and we're going to disconnect this thing here. Ooh, it's going to splash with gas. And we want to get that 12mm bolt there. And actually, unfortunately, can't get a good shot of it really, but there's one on top. You can see my finger at all, but there's one on top. It's going to be a little trickier to get. So that's our goal. We have this extension here set up. Wobbly, 12mm on there. And we're on it. Ugh. We got that one loose. It's not rocket science really, so I'm going to stop the video and move on to the next bolt. So I've got my ratchet set up there to break that bolt loose up on the top. I did just tweak that steel line there a little bit so I can get in there. I actually have a deep 12mm socket on there now. It's a deep 12mm. That's what I'm using to help me get over the fuel filter. So I'm going to go ahead and take both bolts out now that I broke them loose. So here's my assembly. So I'm going to say 17 millimeter on the ends. Again, these are also banjo fittings. 10 millimeter fitting there to loosen it up to get the fuel filter out of the bracket.